So I gotta give my gratitude today for this video. It is at like in a second, it just got like 92 views, 92 likes. People are reposting it by the hundreds. I just crossed over into 600 followers today. I have maybe 412, 418. And I'm just like so thankful because it's like, it's funny because I feel like, we be wanting God to move so fast. So I feel like he has been progressively working on me. And I was just thinking like, your life really get better when you just leave that nigga alone. And like, I have not been talking to no men for a minute. And I'm just kind of like looking at myself like, this is literally the best my life has ever been. And I'm not being dramatic. And I'm not just saying that because of the video. I'm looking at myself. My skin is clearer. I have the most amazing job I have ever had. My titties are literally getting bigger. I'm having to redo my whole wardrobe because my ass is getting so fat. My life, and I was just saying in a podcast episode yesterday, I was like, damn, like, I have joy. And it took a minute to get here. It's been brewing and it's brewing. And mind you, God has been keeping me this entire time. God has kept me in great spirits. God has kept me on my knees praying. God has kept me on my feet praising him. God has kept me in conversation with godly women who were like sharing Bible verses and sharing scriptures and sharing sermons. God has kept me with women who are so focused, choosing themselves and choosing God. Choosing God and not sitting in nothing that God is telling you to move away from and getting closer with God. All these things, like, my life is like the best it has ever been. And I'm really looking at myself like, dang, like, I was thinking if I didn't have X, Y, and Z by the time I was 30, what's the point? If I'm not married by the time I'm 30, before I'm 30, why not? Baby, fuck all that. Fuck all of that. Being married, bitch, compared to my life right now, what? Being married to that man and that family compared to my life right fucking now, bitch, I would have been in hell. And I'm literally sitting here like Joe always says, it's because my nervous system is getting regulated. It's now regulated. I am at peace. And I've gained so much good weight. I'm maintaining my weight. I've been working out. I've been getting into walking. At my job, they literally have a walking challenge. Now, mind you, I'm not going to count myself out, but I'm just like, baby, if I even want to be in a conversation, I got to be doing 10K steps a day. They going hard. They going extremely hard. And I got to catch up. But anyway, I just have gratitude for one of my prayers for years, especially like lately, has been like regarding my content. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm at this place now. Have no problem with being in this place, but I want to grow. I want to scale. I want to build this out. I want to try this new idea. If I can give some gratitude right now for my content, because like I've really been working, and that's another thing, like mentally, I have the most clarity I have ever had in my life. I am the most creative right now that I have ever been. I am in such an amazing space creatively. I'm like, I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. Like, it's funny because I really feel like I've been kind of climbing up a mountain, let's say. And, they say joy comes in the morning. And I feel like a lot of these mornings I've been feeling a lot of joy. And I know life is going to life. I know there are always going to be like trials and things to form you. And I think that's what I'm also saying. Like, everything I have been through these past few years, especially this past year, has formed me to be able to say that, like, baby, I have seen some lows. And so I absolutely know what rock bottom feels like. I absolutely know that shit. And I say that, of course, to my own perspective. It could be worse. God ain't saying nothing. Ain't saying nothing. God kept me the entire time. But in a lot of ways, I have like hit rock bottom or been at like my lowest points. And now to be at this point in my life where I'm like, joy, happiness, stability. It's a beautiful feeling. And that on top of because I'm in such a good space creatively, I'm also showing up more consistently. And I'm showing up in a way that like my best. Like I really am getting better at what I do. And like I am challenging myself, and I have the capacity to challenge myself and to try new things and to kind of face my fears head on and like just show up unapologetically. Like I'm not going to act like it's easy, but I'm grateful for the confidence to show up feeling safer in my skin, feeling safer like in my bubble. And I got a video right now that is over 100,000, it got to be at like 130,000 right now. And I never thought, now mind you, I've had stuff do very cute. I have had successful posts like I've had my success in the sense of like, it's reached people. My prayer is always to like be able to reach the people that I'm speaking to, be able to like reach my target audience, to like find my people, they find me. And this specific video, it is a bunch of yelling. It's a bunch of screaming. It's a bunch of Black girlhood in every single way. It's so pure. It's so wholesome. And it's like I talk so much about loving being a Black woman. Like if you know me, I love it here. Always have, always will. I know like where I come from, and I know, which I feel like is a privilege to be able to say. Knowing where you come from and like knowing your roots, and like of course learning even more every day. But I am a huge proponent of Black culture, of Black women. Literally my IG bio is Black woman enthusiast. Like culturally speaking, I love Black genius. I love Black creativity. I'm a girl's girl. I say all that to say. And it's funny, I had another video just with this being Black History Month. Like, hey, on the first day of Black History Month, I wore that wig that's in that video that is getting so much traction right now. And they really need to sponsor me. And if y'all listening to this, tag them. I've been tagging them. Get me them on the phone. The them in question is Sensational Hair. The wig in question that the video is about is Letitia. Because I wear this wig, and that was like my first time wearing it in a while, and people be so shook. The first time I wore it on the first of this month, I was at a black tie gala, and people of all shades, colors, and background was like, girl, that hair. I was like, okay. And so the video is literally us in the bathroom. I'm just taking an outfit video, just being into myself. And Janie is at the sink. She's like washing her hands. Because I don't even think I had to use the bathroom. I was just like, okay, let me go be cute. She's washing her hands. And some girls walk in and they are engrossed in conversation. And she's like, I'm not going to bed. It's my birthday weekend. So again, Black women, and actually I just remember I was in the middle of telling the other story about how on the first day of the month, I'm at this black tie gala, and I go straight from there to my friend Simone's birthday party, and I'm twerking. They're like holding my dress. I have like a train and they're holding it so I can twerk my ass. Just Black as fuck. Love Black women. Anyway, in this video, the women come in and they're like, oh, it's my birthday weekend. Janie, like, it's your birthday weekend too? You know, in the Baltimore way. And it's funny because people are commenting saying, like, I immediately knew this was Baltimore. It just really gives Baltimore, like, the accents, the conversation. Like, it's so funny to me. They like, oh, it's your birthday weekend too? Yes, my birthday weekend. Da-da-da. Start getting into it. They yelling on top of that. Then one of the girls come up to me and she like, Letitia? She like, that's Letitia? I was like, yeah, is that Letitia? She was like, yeah. And we're just like, period, and all this stuff. And I can't even believe I captured that moment, because it's like, I was looking back at my phone like, this is so cute. Like, I'm so glad I captured it, because it just really was Black womanhood, Black girlhood in one nutshell. Like, from going into the bathroom, we weren't at a club, but we were at like a party, and just making these instant people who are like really supreme type of A+ people. And like, you know how people say you meet girls in the bathroom and y'all be connected for life. Like, that's where you make your best friends. So encapsulating that experience, displaying that experience, the experience of her really coming up to me and saying like, Letitia, because if you know, you know, and majority of the comments are like, yeah, I knew that was Letitia before you even said anything. I can spot a Letitia in the wild. I can spot a Letitia from miles away. And I can too. I really can too, to the point where people be coming up to me and they be like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. I'm like, girl, this is Letitia. And they be like, La who? And I'm like, you don't know Letitia? I tell them, get on TikTok, type in Letitia. Baby, it's lore at this point. And one of the people commented, one of the most popular comments under that post, I know her mentions is getting blown up too, is, we love Letitia because Letitia loves us. And it's like, absolutely. I don't care who you are. And there's so many people in the comments like, oh yeah, I don't even wear wigs, but I want to get a Letitia. And so again, sensational. Where my wigs at? Come on. I will review them. Let's talk details. Anyway. But it's really like Black girl. It's just so many nuances of Black womanhood and Black girlhood. And there's so many people commenting saying like, I love us. I love Black women so bad. And I'm like, me fucking too. Me too. And so it's like, again, one of my prayers has always been to just like, for my content to like reach my target audience, or for my community to grow. And like, it's literally happening. And I feel very excited about that. I feel very happy. I feel like, again, a lot of gratitude and just thankful to God for the strength. I need to go to bed. Y'all know I need to go to bed right now. But thankful to God for the strength and just for being consistent. And yeah, I'm like excited. I honestly want a new camera. I'm just having fun with it at this point, honestly, because it really is becoming a space where my own space on the internet, where I feel seen. I'm just doing what I want to do. I'm just using my gifts and exploring my gifts and sharing beautiful moments of life. And yeah, I love it here. So I say all that to say, I just had to come on here real quick and say some gratitude, because it's like happening. And I feel like I don't really take the time to like sit in something and like, oh my gosh, like God is really answering this prayer. And I feel like going back to my health and like how proud I am of where I am and like how I feel, how I look, how I'm living my life. Like, I feel so much gratitude towards that, because these are like prayers that I have like prayed to like feel a certain way or be healed from certain things, and to show up in a certain way, and to be more unapologetic, and to like care less about shit that don't matter, you know? And prioritize my joy. And I will say in this season, prioritizing my joy is not even like, I'm just doing this solo dolo. I'm just da-da-da. I got an event on Sunday. Do you think I started preparing for this event? But it's really so like, I feel like it's also just like God, even just like today, I finally got a chance to like move my body. And I just feel like, I love how intentional God is with just like making us do some things, because some things like I will be kind of like slow to do or slow to start. And I've been like having the goal of, I need to walk. I need to do X, Y, and Z. Have not done it. But today I was like, man, I'm going to move my body. And it's like, from me moving my body is also just me like being more still and, you know, having a time to like rest and regroup for like just all the good things God is doing. And so I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I just have a lot of gratitude for being able to show up consistently, and the fact that I'm just sitting in a lot of answered prayers, and like coming out of the season that I came out of, like it's like, okay, God, I see you. Like the lessons I have learned and what I've been able to like get through, talk about, and keep going. Like, I don't know. I'm just very grateful for like the people God's put in my life through this season, because it's really like insane. It's really insane. I feel like God has like blessed me with like the best of the best, and I feel really grateful to be in a space where like I'm surrounded by so many good things and so many good people, and I'm growing in the ways that I wanted to grow, and I'm growing in my skill, I'm growing in my craft, I'm present. I think I can work harder on being present and like really taking it in, which is like what I'm doing now. But I've been moving in a really good way, and like it feels good to show up for yourself, because these are choices I make to like be consistent, to like show up in this way, and it's like making the choices half of it, so the other half is like action. And it's like I feel like I was like making the choice before, but I put a lot of action behind it this go around, so that feels nice. I feel like I was saying something else. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really sitting in a lot of gratitude. I'm happy to be here. And going back to that video, it's just so crazy that something that's so like just a beautiful moment is like bringing me peace. It's nothing curated. It's nothing I intentionally was like, oh, let me record this moment. Which I think is funny also. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. Because funny enough now, I had also came home and took a bunch of videos, which I'm able to now, like, I've always wanted to see what it was hitting on data-wise when you, like, have something that kind of goes far. Because, again, I'm a marketing girly. When you have something that kind of goes far, and then you do, like, the video reply, and it is on a different track. And I'm kind of, like, looking at my other videos, like, the analytics part of my mind is just like, it's just interesting for me to witness. And so I think that's another thing of just like seeing these numbers and being able to like make certain decisions. And again, everything I've learned to know already, like to just have had that footage on hand and so like ready to go, because I recorded when I got back. And mind you, recording was a struggle. Y'all heard me say I want a camera. Nikon, if you're listening to, what it do, boo. Okay, let's go. Nikon, Sony, Canon, Nikon, Sony. Yeah, I think I want a Sony. I currently have a Canon M50, and I also want a new lens. Like I have 16mm Sigma. You can't zoom in. But I have seen people with good cameras and a good lens be able to like zoom in, and the quality is fantastic. And it's like there's no like issue with my camera. I'm kind of happy with the setup, but again, would love to be a better lens. Would honestly, I feel like I want to upgrade. I got these maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah, let's just say I be praying before I press certain buttons. I be praying when I have to take the SD card out. I want to talk nice about it, but it's like I need a backup, and I may want my current to be the backup. So it's like, anyway, I hope I can find a good camera. I've been like looking up some ways to like get a good deal. The funny thing about my camera, and since I'm sharing gratitude, I'm actually super grateful for the tech that I have. I paid $400 for my camera. It came with the kit lens, the 16mm lens, and a Canon G7X. This was years ago on Facebook Marketplace in Towson. And yes, I drove my car. I said, oh, I'm going. And maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get out of this area that I'm in, and I need to shoot for the stars. Okay? Because and I think I got that like maybe February or March a few years ago. I posted a reel on my page, so if I end up uploading this episode, I'll share that. I got all three. She had a separate posting for the Canon. Mind you, a Canon G7X be going for like $1,000 fucking dollars alone. This lens will go for $400 alone. The camera itself, just body, will go for like $500. This girl, she had the Canon M50 post separate from the Canon G7X, and I ended up seeing that. I was like, hey, can I get that? Can you throw it in for like $100 more or whatever the case may be? And it's funny, I don't even think I had a lot of money when I bought this, but I was like, I'm buying this. I was like, I am buying this, baby. I will get it back. They are good things, but again, like the Canon G7X, and it's, if y'all can help me on something, let me tell y'all what it is, because maybe you know something about cameras and you can help me. With my Canon M50, the SIM card thing is like loose, and if it's not in there correctly, I can't record anything. And I've also noticed it's like certain SIM cards I use, it will turn on and say, oh, the card is locked. But, you know, there is a little slider thing on it, but it's not locked. It's unlocked. But it just has to go in a certain way. And so I've been like literally praying every time I have to do something, because I'm like, I want it to work, but I'm also learning the tips and tricks to navigating that, because I think it's just based on the SIM card, which luckily I have a bunch of SD cards. But yeah, I just will feel comfortable with something more sturdy. And like my Canon G7X SIM card thing is fine, but you know, the M50 is like a bit more powerful, and you know, you can change the lens out. And the Canon G7X, I do use that. I need to like use it more. I also have a camcorder, which I love. So I think I'm also like becoming like just a tech person, a camera person. I just love cameras. I also at one point collected the Instax, and I only have one that's working. Like one, I literally turned it on, and I get all the types and models. Like I have a hybrid, so this is the Mini 70, and it has like a camera, it has like a selfie timer. I love this one. I turned it on one day and turned it back off. It has never turned on again. And I'm like, girl, come back. I'm really shook, but I also have like the hybrid. And this thing new. Okay, I barely use this because this is like my baby. It's the bomb. So because you can it's like a digital camera, and so it saves your pictures. You know, you put an SD card in it, but then you can like print it. You can like connect it with your phone and print things off it from there. So it's really dope. So you know, I have this. But, you know, I like playing with the other ones because I'm somebody who just likes taking pictures. I love to document life. Anyway, I saw all that to say my Canon G7X is cool as a digital camera, but like the screen is cracked. And like, you know, when you want to do a flip up, it be flipping. It don't be flipping. So again, if somebody could fix that, like, so yeah, I don't want to get rid of them. Again, I got them for a steal. I think they are still like, I'm still going to use them regardless. Like, I'm not going to be like ungrateful or wasteful or just like, you know, negligent. But I want some new tech. Like, I want a new lens. I want the zoomable lens, and I want some like a stationary lens. I think they call it a fixed focal or a fixed lens. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they do call it fixed because you can't zoom in, but because I love my Sigma 16 millimeter. But I want like a 35 millimeter, and then maybe like a 50 millimeter. Like, I want a kind of a wide thing and then a closer one. But like, lenses be $1,000. I'm like, hey, yo, what is going on? Like, I'm kind of like, okay, God, who is about to send me some free stuff? Because I don't, like, no disrespect, but baby, can a girl just play around with some camera technology? Like, why is it all it is? And it's worth it. It's worth it. But them things is not cheap at all, bro. Like, people was talking about the Sony A7C. I was like, oh, I want that. That's like a $1,200 camera. People are like, oh, the 35 millimeter lens, $700. So obviously Facebook Marketplace is my friend. If y'all see my camera, do not take the camera that I want. Just tell me, or better yet, get it for me, or better yet, tell them to just give it to me. Because I need it. I'm trying to do something. Anyway, this is my gratitude hour for today. Also, a Sony Alpha ZV-E10. Let's see. This is not that expensive. So I think that's what I'm going to go with because it's really not that expensive. But a girl was doing the comparisons between like a Sony A7C and this. And I think she had a similar lens. It was no difference. And the Sony ZV-E10 is like significantly cheaper than the A7C. But, you know, and that's the other thing about cameras, like the lenses is really what be making it hit. Like my Canon M50 was cool, the 350 was cool, the kit lens is cool, and you can zoom with that. But this Sigma, baby, it's a huge difference. I would say it's a huge difference. It ain't a small difference. Yeah, they got me. The people have got me, and of course, all I have to say is, of course, I would to have a hobby that is as expensive as as this. Of course, like, of course. I'm also like, I'm curious about like film and creating stuff, and like I've been watching a lot of YouTubes just about like filmmaking and the process of like storytelling, how to tell a good story with like film. Y'all know my goal is like, I want to go to film school. You already know I'm like one of those people. I am one of those black women who is just like, let me get another degree. And I'm like, I want to go to film school. I want to learn. It's cool to me. I am interested in it. I always have been, and like all that goes into it. So I guess it's just even like speaking about my new obsession with cameras. It must all be coming together. Baby, like, give me the good stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to share some gratitude for answered prayers. Also, y'all, I have started a new page. Consider this the announcement. I do a lot of OOTDs, and I talk a lot about like, I do a lot of OOTDs, and I notice when I do it, I'm always like, oh, this is thrifted, and this is thrifted, and this is thrifted. And it's like, majority of my clothes are thrifted. Majority of my clothes are really thrifted, and I be finding really good things. It's like staple pieces, and I'm literally like kind of rebuilding my wardrobe right now. So I'm like, okay, why not talk about it in a dedicated space? So I do have a new Instagram page just called Thrifting. Yeah, I did record some content on it. I gotta put it out, but yeah, it's just a cute little space for me to just talk about the clothes that I thrift, do my OOTDs, share more about them. Actually, similar to this camera story, I have really interesting stories about buying stuff secondhand, and it's actually my preference. Again, I started this new job. I automatically knew like I'm gonna thrift the clothes that I wear, and I'm gonna do an OOTD on this. Okay, hold me accountable. But I thrifted an Anthropologie dress for like $5. And first of all, Anthropologie is expensive. That's number one. I have never walked into an Anthropologie store and bought nothing. No shade, because I do find a lot of it, not a lot of it, but I can find some good stuff thrifted. Same thing with like some Urban Outfitters stuff. I don't shop there. And some people may. And maybe this is just why I'm so into thrifting, because I'm just like, I'm not paying full price. I am not paying full price. But it's a beautiful dress. And the quality, yeah, it is like brown, almost like mustard though. Like a very beautiful brown. It's like a turtleneck dress, and it's like two different textures. Up top, it's more like sweater. Down below, it's kind of like a silk, satiny, flowy. Like, I'm going to do OOTD on it, and y'all going to see. And I'm looking up Anthropologie dresses now. They talking about $200, $300. The dresses range from $98 to $548. I got the dress for $5, and it is a nice dress. And I really want some bust-down braids right now. Or I really want, like, some Stevie Wonder braids. Some, like, straight back with the beads. I really want a black ass hairstyle, and I almost did, and it's so funny, even this wig video blowing up with Letitia, because I literally almost did my hair that day, but I was like, baby, I don't got time for that. I was about to do Bantu knots, because I'm like, bro, it's Black History Month, I want a black ass hairstyle. But as you can see, that wig is connecting me with so many black women. That's so funny. Like, you can't be making this stuff up. God just be writing the story, child. Yeah, the amount of women that's like, oh, I love black women, I love us, because that just was a very specific black girl experience. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this dress was at least $100. Okay, I found it. It's the Thea Twofer sweater dress. Didn't I just say it was two different complexions? They sold out of that color, though. Okay, online, these pictures do not hit. I'm not gonna lie. They're so moody, but my dress is so bright, but it has good reviews though. So I don't know, they must have sold out of my color. Let me read some of these reviews. Oh, people say it's a go-to dress. Okay, well, this would be like not a new style for me, because y'all know I love a dress, but yeah, anyway, I said all this to say, follow the page, good stuff coming. And yeah, I love to thrift, and I got so many good work dresses. Like, I got some boots for like $5. I got some Hervé Leisure. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Hervé Leisures. Imagine I said that in a French accent. I got some of his heels, and y'all know the Hervé Leisure dresses. Child, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. They were like the bandage dresses that were so popular, which apparently now that there's lore about his mentor being the originator of the bandage. I went to a whole rabbit hole on Twitter, on TikTok, but he is really popular for the bandage dresses. I got some of his heels for also $5. And, this past week was President's Day. I was like, okay, I really need some jeans. Let me go get some jeans. Y'all, I was trying on them jeans. Again, my ass is literally the fattest it has ever been. And not in no crazy way, but I'm just like, bruh, like, I need some new clothes. And I also got a sewing machine. Shout out to my mom. So I'm about to start like trying to make some clothes, be on like that fashion side of TikTok. The girlies who be like, oh yeah, I'm going to a party in 40 minutes. Let me make a dress. Yeah. It's either make my own outfits or braid my hair, or both. Yeah, let's try making my own outfits. But anyway, oh yeah, so President's Day, I went to go get some jeans. They had like a 2-day sale, so I was able to like return it. And I did ask her about that return policy while I was checking out the first time. I was like, yeah, what is it? She said, oh yeah, tags on, within 7 days, you good. I was like, okay, bet. They had it one day. I tried it, everything on, could not fit it. And I was like, oh, let me get this size. Let me get this size. I'm like thinking a number in my head, and what I actually ended up getting was double that number. And I'm also in a space where I'm not wearing no tight ass jeans. I need loose jeans. Like, I want them to be baggy on me. Like, I want them to be loose. So it's like I can fit some things, sure, but I want to be comfortable. And I already barely wear jeans as it is. Like, my favorite pair of jeans, I done got too thick. I done really got too thick. And so I'm like, I want to be comfortable, bruh. So took that stuff back, went back the next day. Now I'll tell y'all where I got these from. These is from Be Thrifty in Camp Springs. They some of their stuff is too expensive. Like, I wouldn't shop there regularly. I would only go when they're having 50% off. But honestly, they do it very often. If you are a member, you get all the text. So they be texting me, and I'm like, I'm not even going over there today. But I feel like they have it at least once a month, a 50% off day. And it be packed. Like, you be in line for at least 30, 45 minutes. The line be at the back of the store. It go fast. They have good customer service, I will say. Oh, this is a pretty dress. I'm still on Anthropologie's website. I love a dress, y'all. I really do. Yeah, I wouldn't shop there regularly. They a bit too pricey for me. Like, and I was being strict with myself even on this trip. I was like, okay, some of these things were like $15, and so half off of that would have been $7. Not bad, but I'm like, what's $8? What's $7? What's $10? Like, and so like half of that, I had a budget going in, and like I didn't spend more than $40, but I got like a bunch of jeans. I got like Aeropostale, like these baggy jeans. I got maybe like 5 pairs of jeans, some dresses. Yeah, I did pretty good. But I don't think I bought anything over $10. And it's like, I really don't like thrift stores where stuff be $30, $40. And it's like, it's cute when you have that and it's $25, but it's like lower, like I don't know. I also used to love the Value Village in Landover, and I still sometimes will go there, but they be acting crazy on some of these prices. Like, I'm like, be for real. Like, I think the Aeropostale pants were like $10, so half of that was $5. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff, and I was able to exchange. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing more of my clothes, more of my outfits, talking about more of where I got things from. I can't wait until summer, because I put this outfit together last year. Baby, it's getting repeated. It was like this baby doll Zara dress I got for like $5 with these wooden like wedges platforms. It was so cute. And at the time I had the bust down blonde braids. I think at one point I was also talking about my hair. Yeah, I want to get a black style, but I need to get a silk press first and get my ends trimmed, and then I can get some braids. But y'all pray over the Kanekalon hair, child, because Y'all know they saying we shouldn't even be using it. I'm like, what the hell y'all want me to use? What the hell do y'all want me to use if I cannot use Canacaline? And no shade, but the people who y'all recommending, baby, come on, bruh. Come on. We'll talk about hair and black women and the business of it all another day, but golly, y'all not gonna get on my nerves. Now, this is cute. They out of my size. Yeah, so apparently these two for sweater tier dresses are popular for them. This one doesn't. This one looks cute. It's supposed to be warm next week. I'm like, should I wear it? I love a dress. I love a dress. I'm just thinking, God is funny. Sometimes even with the desire he gives us, with the taste he gives us, because it's like, yeah. Anyway, love you. I'll be posting this. This is my gratitude session. Thanks for listening. Follow your girl. Thanks for the support, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in and engaging and talking back. And I really appreciate all of y'all. I'm loving these conversations, like a lot of good stuff. I'm literally just DMing somebody on Instagram and we're just talking about books. And it's just so interesting. It's just like all these different parts of me. And I'm just like, oh, I'm meeting people. So again, that was a prayer. I'm so grateful for that. Anyway, love y'all. Toodles.